Kicker made all his placement kicks, and we just came up on the wrong side of the. He didn't get the biggest positive. We didn't get the W today. So, but just like every other week, win, lose, draw. I tell the guys after the wins, you have a 24-hour period to celebrate it, and after the loss, you have a 24-hour period to think about it. And when we come back tomorrow, we'll correct the correctables, build off the positives, and get ready to play a game next week.
And Mark, your defense has been able to get a lot of 3-and-outs, get off the field quickly. You weren't able to do that today.
Nope, not today. Tommy Flacco, I tip my hat off to Towson and to Tommy. He extended plays. And, I had a feeling it wasn't bouncing our way when they had that errant snap that went back about 15 yards. And he got the bounce up to him and turned around and completed a pass for a gain of 1. So instead of 2nd and 25, it became 2nd and 9. And to his credit, he made plays when plays were there to be made. And when they weren't there to be made, he made a few anyway.
Hey, Mark, a lot of missed tackles today. Is that something you got to clean up, tomorrow?
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it on the sideline. Basically, I think we're leaving our feet a little bit too much. We just got to run through to tackle when we do have a guy wrapped up. And, sometimes we're going to try to take a guy low, and sometimes you may miss, So, again, that's some good plays on their part. I don't want to take away from some of their runs that they had. But, yeah, we never want to have multiple missed tackles, that's for sure.
What changed at 14-0? You're up 14-0 in 5 minutes, and then they were on 35.
Yeah, well, I think there was 2 big plays, right? It was 14-7. They had that quick slant for 80 or whatever it was, and then the next kickoff, that was one heck of a hit. So, and then they scoop and scored on that hit. So I think that was a big turning point in the game from a momentum swing and emotionally. And, that woke them up and kind of knocked us out for a couple minutes. And then, then it was a crazy game back and forth a little bit. We got close, but not close enough.
Hey, Mark, talk about that hit. Was that a legal hit? Was that an
I don't
okay
know.
hit? Or
They reviewed it. I mentioned it. It sounded like there was some helmet contact.
Everything's all
Sounded like it. I mean, that was one heck of a collision.
Yeah.
But they told me they looked at it and said it was not helmet to helmet. And obviously, when you're looking for helmet to helmet, you're wondering if it's targeting or something like that. And they ruled it. They replayed it, ruled it that it wasn't, and scored the touchdown. So move on. Next down.
Jeff, your defense has been so solid against Temple and Lehigh. Today you gave up 101 more yards than combined in those 2 games. What do you guys think happened out there today? It looked like you just couldn't slow it down once they started rolling.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we needed that, and I'm glad that it happened this early. I think we need to get humbled a little bit, but they had a good scheme with the tempo, being up on the ball. We weren't really ready for that, but I mean, you got to be able to adapt to those things, and this one certainly stings for the defense.
How tough was Flacco? Because he's a dual threat guy, and he's able to get out of a lot of situations with his feet.
Yeah, he's elusive. I mean, just looking at him, you wouldn't think it, but he's able to make guys miss, and he's a good player. He's gonna do well this year.
Were you guys disappointed just at a lot of times at the point of contact, it just wasn't direct on? They would, either side, then either a running back or Flacco would swing off of it.
Yeah, like I said, he's elusive. I mean, their backs run hard. I mean, we got to go back and clean up those missed tackles, starting with myself. I had a few. You can't really pout about them. You got to move on. I'm glad that it happened this early in the season, so hopefully the younger guys, even the older guys, can realize that the CA is a good league. There's good players, and we're going to have to bounce back.
Jeff, what do you think? Did you think the defense played better in the second half, and what adjustments did you make to make that happen?
We didn't make too many adjustments. They played a great first half. It seemed like everything was going their way. Like Coach said with the snap, and he still completed that little pass. But they were just getting third downs, which kill the defense. We just wanted to win, and we have guys that won't give up. So, I mean, at the same time, we did lose, but I think it shows that guys didn't want to give up, and we're still fighting, but just wasn't enough.
Zach, obviously things started so well. I mean, you get 2 touchdowns, 6 plays, and 180 yards or something like that, or 150 yards, and then things just stopped. What happened during that stretch where things just slowed down for you and they started rolling? I mean, then you all picked it up again, but then you're fighting an uphill battle by then.
Yeah, it's just football. It's a game of rhythm. They got a little bit of rhythm. We kind of lost it a little bit, but I mean, we were able to get it back there a little bit and move the ball. But yeah, that's just football. A lot of ebb and flow, and you got to bounce back and be able to move the ball.
Is next week, is that a good test of this team's maturity, that you all see how you'll come back, bounce back from this?
Yeah, of course. I think the seniors on our team will be able to lead the young guys this week in practice, and I believe after being around this team all summer and this far in the season that we're mature enough to bounce back from something like this.
Exactly. This time last year you played Towson, you got injured, now you're back playing against them. Just talk about the whole whirlwind, the whole year that you felt back to playing against the Towson team.
I mean, I try not to think about it anymore. I'm just focused on this year. I mean, that was unfortunate that it happened last year, but I wasn't thinking about that going into this game, and I really don't want to think about it at all the rest of the season, really.
Mark, any word on Grattan and Chenga?
No, we'll see what Tyler has to say, our trainer, when they come in tomorrow. Grattan had the ankle, he actually hurt it last week, and went out there and tried to give it a go, and then he got rolled up on it again a little bit. So, you know, we put Colin Gamroth in there, who's a redshirt freshman, and we'll watch the film, but it seems like he held his own because there didn't seem to be too many glaring things missing in the interior of the line. So really proud of Colin, the way he stepped up, and he's a walk-on player for us, and the way he stepped up and was able to, fill in for Paul. Chenga, we'll see. I think it's something with his toe or his foot or something, so we'll see what Tyler says tomorrow.
Coach,
I'm not comparing
when you're a
them.
team this way, and there's so many X plays, is there anything as a coach staff you can do to stop that when it's going both ways? When there's just big plays like that?
Man, those big plays on both sides. The problem is they had 30 more plays than we did, and had the ball for 11 more minutes. So, we didn't have enough opportunities. We have over 400 yards with 60 plays. That's more yards than we had all year. I think we ended up with, 490, whatever it says there. So, there was big plays on both sides of the ball. Unfortunately, they had more than we did. So, like I said earlier, we'll correct the things we can control and correct and accentuate on the things. I mean, Jarrett McClinton seemed to have another big game, and Bell's still a favorite target, and we still got a lot of guys. We had different guys get in the end zone with, different guys scoring the ball. So we just got to stay on the field and get them off the field. We can't let a team have over 50% third down conversion against us.
I'm not comparing him with his brother, but when you have the name Flacco, is there something different about a guy like that?
Well, the difference between the two Flaccos is that Tommy's 1-0 against us and Joe never beat us, so that's a little bit of a difference there. But Tommy's more mobile. He's smaller than Joe, obviously. I don't know what Joe's size is. He's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5", 240 pounds, 245 pounds. But Tommy played a heck of a game. Like I said, I tip my hat off to their whole team, but he made a difference today.
Did you expect that? I mean, just because of that name and the pedigree, did you expect this kind of thing, or is he better than you thought he could?
I expected it because of what I saw him do on film at Wake Forest and Morgan State, not because of his name. And, we just didn't make enough plays and let him make too many.